hopefully that this is recording. Okay, hi guys, Sarah here from BudgetSavvyDiva. I know the background looks a little bit different. I am in LA, in my place in LA, and I have a little bit of time before I have to go to the YouTube space, so I thought I would film a video for you guys, something that I've been wanting to film almost a year now, and it's just been one of those things I've been putting off, because I didn't really know how you guys would react. But then I thought that this is a good time as any to tell you guys a little story. And so basically, by the title, you know where I'm getting at, is ghost stories. So for me personally, you know, for most things I can go either way. If I have proof of something, I'll believe it. I probably believe in ghosts more than I would aliens. I'm sure there is intelligent life out there, but I don't know, like that's pretty much where that ends with me. I don't believe in Bigfoot. I don't believe in Loch Ness Monster. Like, so there's a lot of things that I don't think actually exist. But I always thought that ghosts were interesting. And I've had previous, like, maybe experiences, that sort of thing. But then last year, I had 2 experiences in one day. And this is what the video is about. And I just really kind of thought it would be fun to share the story with you guys, because I shared it with some people and they thought it was really interesting, and I always like to hear about ghost stories, so here we go. So my birthday last year, I'm not one of these people that does crazy big things for my birthday or any birthday that I have, but I wanted to go to the Pittock Mansion. Pittock Mansion is a mansion in Portland, Oregon. It's a humongous estate. It's a huge mansion that you can go into, and it's pretty much like they kept it the same as turn of the century. So it's really interesting to go through, and it's not that much money, and it's beautiful. You can see all of Portland from it, and it's very green. And there's trails to go on and all that stuff. So I went, and because it was like in the middle of the week, there was nobody there. So like that's what I really have to stress about this part of the story. There's like nobody there. We went super early when they opened. There was one group of people. They were upstairs. I was downstairs. I took a long time in the kitchen looking at everything because I just thought it was super cool. And then we were in the where they would have had like a normal dinner, or I think it was actually like a dining room, and I'm gonna link below. It's known to be a haunted location. I should have said that, and I didn't know that before going in. I was just taking pictures of everything because I think it's important to take lots of pictures so you can remember. And I was taking all these pictures, didn't think much of it, and then I was scrolling through my pictures. Again, I was like the only one there, and then upstairs was a group of people, and that was it. Like, and it was like a dad with his 2 kids. Anyway, looking back on the pictures, there's a picture, I take a picture of the table, and then there's mirrors behind the table, and there's a reflection of a woman. I know. I saw it, and I was like, no. And the thing is, it's not like she's in normal, like, shirt or anything either. So it wasn't like she was in normal people clothes either, and it was sort of a see-through sort of thing. And I still have the picture. I'm gonna write a whole post about it, and I'll link it below. I'm also gonna link a video of right around where that area was. I found a YouTube video of people picking up I don't know much about ghost hunting, but a EVP or something. Basically, they heard somebody talk back to them. So basically, EVP, I hope I'm saying that right, is you can have a recorder and ask questions. You might not hear an answer, but if you hear back on the recording, you can hear answers. So it's a known place for activity. So I kind of freaked out. I'm like, I'm seeing something here. And I brought Eric into the room. I'm like, okay, do you see anything in this picture? Because he's a huge skeptic. And he's like, what is that woman doing in the picture? I'm like, this is what I'm trying to figure out. So I only showed the picture to a couple of people, and they all freaked out too. I didn't tell Pittock Mansion or anything. I just thought that was a really interesting find. And again, I'll have a post, and you can link down below, and it will have more information and pictures and stuff for you guys to enjoy. So that was the first part of my day on my birthday. So then that was really nice. Again, like my birthday, I pretty much just take the day off from running my site. Sometimes not this year, but then I did a ghost tour. I wanted to do a walking tour of Portland, and pretty much the only thing It was a beer tour, which I couldn't do, or a ghost tour, and I was like, okay, a ghost tour sounds fine. It was not that expensive, and I kind of thought it might be fun. So we go, and it was actually really cool. So if you didn't know, that Portland's really known for the Shanghai tunnels. So basically, here's a little story for you guys. So basically, like, this is a long time ago, like 100 years ago. So like, the people would go to the bar and they get really drunk, and then there would be like fake, like in the floor there would be like a hatch, and so like a drunkard would be walking and the hatch would go bloop, and they would fall into the tunnel, and then they would be placed into slavery to China. Probably really wrong with that story, but that's what I was told. I haven't done like any research about the Shanghai tunnels, but there's tunnels all under Portland, and Portland's really known for a lot of trade. So we went on the tour, and you know, it was really interesting hearing all the stories, like going into hotels and stuff, and I didn't really think like much of it. We were given like little like you can see the electrical field, and that was kind of cool to see it spike or something. But then like the finale was going into this basement area, which used to be a hotel, in which, you know, people had died in, quite a few, and just to kind of walk around and such. And like basically it's pitch black, pretty much, and it's a huge basement area, and I mean, hundreds and hundreds of years old, well, maybe 150 years old, and you know, walking around, and this is the big story, this is my personal experience. The other one was a photograph, but this is like a personal experience. So I get drawn to this corner of the room, and it's this really weird kind of alcove, which is really strange for me because I don't like enclosed spaces at all. I like to be in the out and open. So it was this kind of like tight little alcove that I was drawn to, and it was weird. It was like kind of like weird energy there, and I'm not an energy type person, but you know, you felt really sad, and I felt like there was like maybe this like guy there or something, which I get told more, basically where I was drawn to, nobody else was drawn to, and that's where somebody was murdered. And this man was murdered there. And I was like, that's really strange, because this huge area, and I was drawn to this one corner, and you know, I should have taken photographs, but I didn't take any photographs, but it was just really weird. And then I'm just like standing there, and I feel a pinch on my leg, like, you know, it hurt. Like, I didn't freak out. I didn't feel like to freak out, but it was like an actual pinch, and it hurt. And then we went back with the group, and then I said where I was drawn to and what had happened, and I said, yeah, that happens quite frequently. And I was like, okay, like, you know, they told me the story that the man had died there, and he was in his 20s, and like what I had pictured the guy to be, tall, lanky. I didn't tell them this, but what I thought, and they said, you know, who's tall and lanky and all this stuff, and you know, he was in his 20s, that sort of thing. And that really stunned me, but what was more interesting, we soon went upstairs, and I looked at my leg, and there was a red mark like someone pinched it, because I was wearing a dress, and because, you know, it was a, you know, summer night and stuff, and so I could easily see that there was a mark there, and I'm super duper white, so if you like pinch me, I leave a mark, and it leaves a mark for a while. So I know something had happened, and that is like my ghost story. I mean, I have other things, like weird things that has happened, just like, you know, doors opening, but you know, it's things like I can't explain, just like house settlings and that sort of thing, but I cannot explain that whole thing and the thing in the mirror, and I just kind of wanted to do this video. I don't know, do you guys have any ghost stories? I just thought that you guys might be interested in this, and I like to tell you the stories that I have, and yeah, I would love to hear your take on it. Again, so then if you ask me, do I believe in ghosts? Still I'm like skeptical, but I have more belief in it than I ever did before. But make sure to comment, like, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I love you guys, and see you guys later. Bye.